recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on every.
You know you better watch out. Girls, some girls are only about. Some girls are only that thing. Oh, we're trying to let it go. Trying to keep our eyes closed. Trying to keep it just like before. Times when I never even thought to speak. Don't wanna tell you what it is. For a way it felt so serious. Got me thinking just who.
Oh, hey, it's your girl Candy, and I am here for my recap on Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2. Y'all, my girl JAXXX is back. Listen, I am excited about this season because Reasonable Doubt never disappoints. And as far as the attire, the wardrobe, the actresses, actors, everything that goes on with it. The score, the music is spot on. It's always hitting. Of course, everything, the titles are surrounded by Jay-Z. Hence the show, the title Reasonable Doubt. And we'd have a lot of the music that's played, shit. Well, not silent music, but the titles of the episodes are titles of songs of Jay-Z songs. So let's see who's in the building. And if we don't have anything else, we're gonna go ahead and get it started because I am solo dolo tonight, okay? She's always late. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Anybody else in the building, please go ahead and let us know that you are here. I do have some pictures, but because my computer is acting up, I'm on my iPad, and I'm not finna stress myself out tonight by swapping pictures here and there and this, that, and third. So let me see if I can do something else. Let me see if I can make myself a little bit bigger. No, I don't like that. Okay. All right. So hey, misbehaving Renee, how are you? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Let's see. Yes, everything is on point and leave Lewis hair alone. You mean you telling me to leave Lewis hair alone? Or you telling Lewis and them to leave Lewis hair alone? Because yeah, they need to leave that shit alone, okay? Lewis hair is, we're gonna get to it when we get to it. Hey Stephen, hey friend, thank you for coming through. So season 1 starts out with JAXXX is knocking on the door. She rushes in and she's screaming for help, and we're not sure who it is, but whoever's in the room, something has happened to them. We don't know if they unalived themselves, if they passed out and just sick, or what it is, or who it is. We don't know if it's his father or one of her kids, or if it's one of her client, Ozzy. So we go back 6 months, and she and Louis seem to be in a good place. Spencer's at boarding school doing his acting thing, and their daughter Naima, she's going through her teenage things or whatever. If y'all can hear me, please give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me, because I am, like I said, I'm on my iPad. So if y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. They have their daughter Naima there, and she is a little she's always been a case, okay? Thank you. She's always late. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Okay, y'all can hear me good. Okay. I'm trying to talk loud, but not too loud, because I don't have my mic. I just have the iPad audio. And somebody else is giving them trouble besides Naima, this biatch Tony. Oh Lord, it's been almost a year, or even over a year. They've been dealing with her. JAXXX has had it with a lawyer. I think his name is Ben. She lets him go because he's a softie. He's not doing what she needs to be done in the negotiation part of the case. And I think she wants $750,000, and they're not willing to do that. They're willing to pay, yes, Honey. Thanks, Renee. Honey. They're willing to pay her lawyer fees and give her $10,000 or whatever, and she can get the hell on through. I'm not mad at Honey. yeah, you were wrong. You did wrong. Yes, you did. However, hey, if you see where you can get some money, then get it. Whether you in the right or wrong, shit, you know. But we are here, and I'm not on Tony's side by any means. However, I ain't mad at no lawsuit. I'm not. I don't care who it is. I'm not mad at nobody lawsuit. Um, Jax is feeling bored at work because she cannot. Everything is always people want to give up. They don't want to ride it out. They don't want to go. You know, she doesn't have any big cases like any murder cases or anything like that. Everything is just they want to negotiate and she doesn't deserve it. No, she does not. However, I'm not mad at nobody suing. I'm not mad at the lawsuit, okay? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at it. I ain't. Um, but she wants a big case, and the other partners are concerned that she's not bringing in a lot of money. And it doesn't help that her recent client opted to settle the case out of court. So she's having a lot of cases that being settled out of court. We know Jax like to take it to push it to the limit, push it, take it as far as she can take it and get what she can get out of it. She likes to squeeze all the juice out of the lemon, squeeze all it. She likes to get blood out of turnips, okay? And we know Jax is a pit bull in the skirt, and she gonna do what she got to do in the courtroom. So they are in a meeting in the courtroom, and they issue a promoting a guy named Bill to partner comes up. Jax says, they need to give Bill a little bit more time because he's not ready. He hasn't had enough experience yet. And I think she said her time was 8 years, his was 6. And why is it now that he needs to go ahead and become partner? Because Jack Stewart, her name is on the wall, but he wants to be a partner. So after the meeting, Jax meet with a possible client by the name of Ozzy Edwards. He's a famous child star actor, trying to branch out for the first time. His mom, Monica, and his dad, Sal, I think. They also work as his manager and agent, and they are in the meeting. And there's another person in the meeting. She is off of P Valley and Mercedes. I forgot her name in the episode. Her name might be Monica. Hell, I don't know. I just wrote my notes and I'm just going from there. They want Ozzy to have his white girlfriend stylist sign an NDA because he's trying to step up, leave the child star actor thing alone, and he's trying to become his own not public figure, but he's trying to become his own in his own right. He's an adult now. He doesn't want any of those little child roles. He wants to become a serious actor. He's been doing it for a minute, so he's trying to, get his name stamped in Hollywood, okay, as an adult. So Ozzy asked for more time because he really doesn't want this to happen. And Jax senses the hesitation. She sees it on his face because he does drop his head. So she leaves, then she allows them some time to come to a decision or whatever, talk about it later. So at home, Jax talks to Lewis about the OBPA, the Outstanding Black Professional Association, which is honoring the fine Corey Cash, which is Marsh Chestnuts. Okay. For the Shannon case, which is her friend from last season. Anyway, while she is happy for Corey, she's heard that the OBPA is only honoring him even because he was the face of the case and she was more so everything else. Okay. She was everything else. And I'm gonna see if I do have some pictures that I can put up, but I don't have all of them, but I do have some. Let's see. Because my thing went act stupid. So that's a picture. And I had Claire Huxtable picture up here, and I had to throw that in there because the nerve of you to want to sue us for some money. But I ain't mad at the lawsuit. But Claire Huxtable never misses, and she was a lawyer in the Cosby Show. So I just had to put her picture up there. Throw that in there. Like I said, I was doing all this other stuff that I need to do that I did not need to do, and I couldn't get all my pictures uploaded for whatever reason. So she goes home and vents about that to y'all. I don't mind seeing Lewis and Jax bump uglies because they are a nice couple. But why did they do Lewis hair like that? Lewis got a damn ponytail. He looked like them faux locks is killing me. I don't know. I'm trying to find a picture of Lewis. Them faux locks is killing me. Why they put them locks in his head? I don't understand. And I don't know. Maybe I'm being too. Maybe I'm doing too much. But we don't mind seeing them together because they, I love chocolate on chocolate, and I'm a little, I'm a little out there. I like to see people getting it on. I'm not a voyeur. I don't want to watch people hunch in real life, but I don't mind looking at it on TV, especially when they fine. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind looking at it. I really don't. I don't. I like to see yams and coochie cots to get it together. Especially when they fine. If they through, I don't want to see no mismatched bodies. Now, I would love to see JAXX and Corey Cash. I would love it. Now that would be it. Okay. But anyway, so the conversation ends up turning to Tony and how to deal with her. Lewis asked JAXX to give Tony some grace since she lost their child. And of course, JAXX sees that Lewis is defending Tony. She thinks he's defending her, but he's just giving her some grace on his end. I guess he's trying to be, boy, you got to be quiet, okay? Your wife is pissed off with you about you sleeping with this woman, so you cannot defend her to your wife. Ain't nobody told Lewis. You got to shut the hell up. When you talking to your wife about this woman you poked and nutted, I'm sorry, you released your seed into, you got to shut the hell up. You got to be on your wife's side. You got to be on this side of the fence, not that side. You can't let her know you to give Tony some grace, because she ain't got to give Tony SHI, okay? Not damn thing. She don't owe Tony shit. Hey, West Coast Barbara. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, Lewis need a homeboy. He really does. And I thought he had locks. Miss Renee, he got 4 locks. Them things is not real. I don't like it. I need him to go back to what he had last season. Or he can go bald for all I care. But I just don't like them 4. I just don't like it. Maybe because it wasn't, I don't know. I don't know if he was he in Queen Sugar, Miss Renee? I don't remember. And she's always late. He's giving. He not need. He is definitely not need. I think his knees are, like my grandma say, lap leg. He a little lap leg. But Lewis manages to convince JAXX that he's devoted to her, and they end up, right here where we at, making love. So the next day, she goes to the OBPA event to support Corey. And might I add, I don't have a picture of them. Damn, I don't have my picture. But baby, listen, they was fine. Corey had that tuxedo on. It was white, and I don't know, it was doing something. It don't have, baby, I don't care what Corey can have on a damn Cliff Huxtable shirt. He gonna be fine as all get out, okay? That suit was fitting him so ever so nicely in all the right places. JAXX, that green dress, it was like a jewel tone. It was beautiful on her complexion. I don't know if green works good on everybody, but on JAXX, chef's kiss, because it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And it was like a jewel tone green. It wasn't like a regular plain green. It was something different about it. Like, it was beautiful on her skin tone, and she looks very, very good. So they end up running into Ozzy and his girlfriend Wendy, but he acts like he doesn't know JAXX, because he can't let Wendy know that he met with the lawyer. And I get it. I clocked it. And once he introduced Wendy to them, then JAXX clocked it too. Like them kids say, clock that, or whatever say. I don't know. Anyway, so and I get it, but he introduced her to them, to Corey and JAXX at the thing, and he had his little celebration or whatever, the Ozzy, what's his name? Ozzy Edwards Award or whatever. So yeah. So she advised him to stop allowing those around him to treat him like a baby. That's what JAXX tells him. JAXX tells Ozzy later on in the conversation that stop having people treat you like a baby. You a grown ass man. Don't let them treat you that way. because he's a commodity, he's a business, he's the money, he's the bank. They treat him that way because they want to make sure the money keeps coming in, I'm assuming. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I guess because he's been coddled all of his life. They've catered to him. He's been coddled, and they still treat him like a kid. And she lets him know to fight for his love if he believes Wendy truly loves him. But y'all, Wendy ain't even cute. She ain't even halfway cute. I know that's Rumor Willis, that's Bruce and Demi Moore's daughter. I don't care. But that little girl ain't even cute. She ain't even halfway cute. She ain't even decent. She don't even have potential. Wasn't that cute but her hairstyle? Anyway, so later on, Jax and Lewis head out for dinner. Lewis mentions how happy he is to hire a black coder. And the black coder is a guy from New Jersey, while Lewis is from, see, look at that ponytail. What? Anyway, he's from New Jersey. The guy's from New Jersey, and they're talking, there's not many black coders, and then, not many in the area that they grew up in and whatnot. So Lewis is from Philadelphia. Go Cowboys. And, they just have a conversation. But I wonder if something is going to come up with this guy, because I understand they have to show Lewis his work life balance or whatever, but I don't know if something's going to come up with him. Is he legit? Do y'all think he's legit, or is he a non-factor? Is he like a J character in the season? Hopefully, I don't know, because he brought him up later on with Jax. So I wonder if there's something with this guy. So they go out to dinner or whatever. He talks about he had a black coder at the company, and they run into Honey and her date. And she was like, oh, these the people that killed my baby. Girl, if you don't see, I had throwing Prince picture up in here, because the nerve of you, the mitigated gall to stop saying that shit out loud like we took your baby. Girl, ain't nobody did nothing to your baby. Whatever happened. But you have to realize you were in the wrong for even being in this position anyway. You were in the wrong for this position. Had you not slept with that married man, there would not be a child. Yes, Lewis is being held accountable, but you got to stop saying they kill your baby, because bitch, they ain't kill your baby. Had you had a baby by somebody else, you might still have a baby. But God said no. And don't fight me on it in the comments. I said what I said. It is what it is. I don't like when people try to act like they was in the right. Girl, you was in the wrong. And yeah, you can sue. I don't care about you suing, because your baby did die. You did lose your child. However, I don't like when people just act like shit be other people's fault. But no, this your fault, because you ain't have no business getting pregnant for him. Excuse my language, because I'm gonna start talking flicked and crazy. Because when I get passionate, half of the decorum go out the window, okay? But you got to stop, anyway, because I've been got turned up by Honey and her trying to come for Jax. So, which she ends up regretting it real quick, because Jax wipes the floor with her ass, okay? Like my aunt said, I will mop the floor with you. And she did mop the floor with her. Oh, nasty heifer. So after that incident, Lewis and Jax talk about Honey again. They both admit their wrongs in the restaurant, their conversation or whatever. And Jax confesses that she's scared. She's worried that Honey will come between them again. And she doesn't want that. And I understand, because who the hell wants another woman to come back into their lives, into their relationship, especially once y'all come so far to work it out. Do y'all think Jackson and Lewis need to stay together? Do y'all think they need to remain in this position? Or you think they should just, because this lady is going to, I don't think she's always going to be a conversation, but in this season, she's probably going to always be a conversation, because for one, they've been dealing with a lawsuit for a year plus. And when they see her in the street, in the grocery store, they see the kids or whatever, it's always going to be something with this heifer. It's always going to be something. The only way she can go away is if she DIE. Anyway, so Ozzy visits his parents with his little. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have all my pictures. Oh, look at that picture of Wendy. Woo, Jesus. Woo. So he talks to his parents and lets them know that he's not gonna have Wendy sign an NDA. And if anything, he gonna marry the heifer. Fired his parents, mama and daddy, and dropped the new project that he was working on that he was going to be starting in. And that heifer is gonna be his new manager. Mic drop. Boy, how you gonna talk to your mama like that? How you gonna talk to Aunt Viv like not Aunt Viv, Aunt Vi like that? What her name is? Will mama like that. How you do that? How you do that? How? How you fix your mouth to tell your mama that you fired her and your daddy? And I don't know if the daddy too much care for him, because when the daddy walked between him and his mama, it was like, to me, that was a sign of disrespect. Because anybody else would walk around. Excuse me. You don't walk between people unless you being disrespectful. And I believe that daddy meant all of the disrespect in the world when he walked between them two. And I don't know. So let's see. Excuse me. Yes, Jax did set our ass straight. So you like them together? You like who you like together, Miss Renee? You like Lewis and Jax together? Honey will remain a problem because the girls are friends. Yes, they are friends. Yes, they are. Okay, so I wasn't the only one that, okay, good, because that was, to me, that was like a F you to the conversation. Like, F what you finna talk about, because I don't even care. I'm just finna walk through. So yeah. Yeah, so Wendy finna become the new manager child. But mama ended up saying that something happened between that little girl. So she lets Ozzy know and reveals that Wendy's keeping a secret from him. So whatever she tells Ozzy takes him by surprise. And he ends up going to the house to confront Wendy. She starts to leave and he chases after her. And the argument goes on, and Wendy accusing Ozzy's parents of manipulating him. And she starts walking to her car, and Ozzy shouts out, he's not done, and starts following the girl. Why do you follow this girl to her car? And see, that's the problem with y'all. See, that's okay. That's him and his mama. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't you don't know. You out of touch, because for one, you have a white girlfriend. You're a black man, black boy, black man, use a Negro, talking to a Caucasian woman. You yelling at her in public. You know, ring cameras are all the way around. You hollering and screaming at this girl in public. Even though ain't nobody outside but y'all, but somebody there. Benita Butrell is out there listening, okay? We couldn't find out there's evidence of this. You so out of touch that you don't know you violating, that you wrong. You don't realize you wrong. Now you might holler at Keisha and ain't nobody gonna say nothing, but you don't holler at Becky. You don't do that. You shouldn't holler at Keisha either. However, this right here is a big no-no. That's why y'all don't need to be together. Because you can't do nothing. Not that you should or should not, but you can't have a conversation or a heated conversation or you can't raise your voice or have anything, because it's always going to be something wrong. Now, I don't think Ozzy did anything to this girl, but perception is everything. Anyway, let's see. She gonna have to put the fluffers on her, Miss Renee. She gonna have to touch her. She's gonna have to. Yeah, she called her a cum a cum gobbler. Yes, Wendy and Ozzy look so mismatched. They don't belong together. They do not. No, she's not even cute. Yes, Mo. That's what I was saying. It was like something. He's unhinged, and we're gonna get there. But baby, listen, Benita Betrayal be on it. She ain't one to gossip, but she put that damn ring footage out. I'm sorry for calling. Yes, ma'am. Unita Betrayal is on the case, okay? So, they paying over to at the office. Bill's talks to two of the partners to see how he can make partner quickly. They advised him to get close to JAXXX, assuming that's what they did, because when they went behind closed doors, it was a conversation had, and we didn't hear the conversation, but we can put two and two together. We ain't slow. We the people ain't slow, okay? Well, here we go. They talk to him and tell him, to get close to JAXXX or whatever. And they probably said lean on the black side. Lean on if you got a black wife, lean on the black side of this conversation with her, because this is what is going to get you in the door. So Bill corners JAXXX, outside and invites her to lunch. So at lunch, he mentioned he had a black wife and bond over raising kids. And I don't know if he has a black. Well, he said his wife is a lawyer. She works for the county or city or whatever. But do y'all think they got kids? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't believe nothing Tommy say. Because I know he on some fugazi stuff. He on something that's not genuine, that's not real, that's not legit. And I don't know. I don't trust it. But only and simply because of the way you pulled up on her. Because you were given the ammunition to do so. Hey Lawrence, how you doing? Hey DeMarcus, thank y'all for coming through. Baby, listen, he did a Google image or he did an AI fix me a family, 3 kids and a wife, called African American. I need the kids to be light skinned, fair skinned, or whatever. Excuse me. So Bill brings up partnership, and Jack suggests that he get more criminal case experience and ride it out. Wait your turn. What you rushing for? So later, Jackson Lewis meet with Tony's experience. I don't know what I wrote. This time, Tony's asking for, Tony asking for more money. This girl asked for $1.5 million and claimed that Jackson intimidated her the other day. Tony's lawyer suggested they talk to Tony and give her closure. Now listen, we go from one thing to the next. How you gonna say I intimidated you when you pulled up on me, and you gonna say out your mouth we killed your baby? Bitch, ain't nobody, excuse me, girl, ain't nobody kill your baby. You should have never been with this man from the beginning. You would never have had a baby by him. Girl, if you don't go and sit your ass down some damn well, she asked for $1.5 million. This ain't a picture, but hell, Claire Huxtable is needed at this time. Because why? Why are we here, Ike? Why? Why is she here? But I ain't mad at the lawsuit. I ain't mad at it. But you lost your mind for asking for all this damn money. And if it don't make sense to y'all, don't even worry about it. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm saying. I know what I say. 6 years in the office, they had one Christmas party. Where's okay? Because we need to see where is your wife? Where is your wife? Yes, F. Honey, Miss Renee. Yes, she lost all her marbles for real. Even with the $750,000, that was a lot. That really was a lot, because justify the $750. Make it make sense. You want us to pay hospital bills? You ain't got Medicaid? You ain't got insurance with your job? Make it make sense for me. Because where does $750,000 come from? Oh, you got a white lawyer. She told you to do that shit. Girl, bye. I ain't mad at the lawsuit. But the money you asking for is a stretch. Imagine if Bill Sterling was Jack's attorney for Tony. Imagine, because I don't know what kind of lawyer he is. Ooh. Imagine that. That's a little R. Kelly, I don't know. Oh yeah, they want you to give Tony closure. Girl, go sit down someday. I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad. Get what you can get. Don't have a fit. I ain't mad at it. I'm not. I really am not. In the meantime, we have Wendy's assistant reporting her missing, which is played by Cash Doll. Now, everybody need a job, but did you need a job that bad, Cash Doll? Because I'm sick of you playing these low ball. I guess that's all you need to do, because I could have played this role. And, never mind. Cash Doll, get your check. If they want, they anyway. So she reports her missing. She calls the police. Call Ozzy over the shed some light on Wendy disappeared. Ozzy admits to fighting with Wendy and claims she is probably staying low because that's what she does all the time. He ended up going to the police department. He insists that Wendy is normally does this after she fight. He clarifies that he's not worried or looking for her, but the police are asking more questions. Ozzy ass stops talking. He calls Jackson, asks her to meet up. This little boy is out of touch. Your mom and dad ain't told you nothing. They ain't taught you shit. Because why do you think it's okay for you to not check on this girl and tell the people that why are you talking to them? First and foremost, why are you talking to them? I don't understand. Why? Why are you talking to the police? Your parents ain't taught you ish, little boy. They ain't taught you nothing. They ain't taught you a damn thing. They did you a disservice. Everything that's going on with you, I'm blaming on your mom and daddy because they ain't teach you how to behave in the world. They hadn't, because there's no way in the world. My son been known since he was in the first grade. And I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? Stay in your lane, okay? Stay in your lane. Hey, Miss Kira, hi. Nisha was on Oz's ass, though. She was definitely on his ass. She was definitely on his ears, okay? Ozzy thought throwing the purse out of the window is normal. I don't think that was a thing. I don't think he knew about the air tag in the purse and things like that. I don't think he knew about that. But I guess because he doesn't care, he don't care what she did, because that's probably her expressing her pissed offness, the level of festivity she's on. She's so pissed off she could throw her purse off the bridge or whatever. I don't know. I just think, and this is just my mind, I think he just pissed. She's doing what she normally does. She just runs off, doesn't answer the phone. But Nisha knows that she doesn't normally do this because they had a show or whatever, and they had to stop somebody to style. So but I think Nisha might be in on it. I think she might, either her or Mercedes. I think her, Mercedes, or the mama might be in on whatever took place. I really do. Or the sister. I got 4 of them. The mama, Ozzy mama, Nisha, which is Wendy's friend, Monica, which is his manager, or whoever Monica is, Mercedes' character, or his little sister. One of them 4, I think they had something to do with it. I don't think this little boy did nothing to that girl, because he was too. What the hell you going to the police department for? And then he withheld so much information from JAXXX because he's innocent. He doesn't know to tell her everything. Because in my mind, if somebody did something, they're going to tell their lawyer everything. They're not going to leave no stone unturned. He ain't tell her about no house. He ain't tell her about no blicky. He ain't tell JAXXX nothing. That's what makes me think he didn't do it, because he didn't say anything. But then he went to the police department. Who the hell going to the police department if they're guilty? And then when their questions got too tough, hold a minute. I ain't talking to y'all no more. I need my lawyer. So JAXXX arrives at Ozzy's house and finds that Corey is there. Ozzy explains that he's spoken to the cops. JAXXX warns Ozzy that he's in real trouble and the optics don't look good. And he needs a black female lawyer to represent him. And he's surprised that Ozzy is not looking for Wendy. He ain't looking for her because she's doing what she normally does. Y'all, I just had to put this up here because You know, gray jogging pants. That's all I'm gonna say. Ozzy excuses himself to talk to his dad. Jax talks to Corey. She worries that Ozzy has already messed up by talking to the cops. Yeah, duh. After Ozzy hires her, she advises him to keep a low profile and call someone he trusts. The next morning, Jax asks Daniel to look into Wendy's whereabouts. She invites Bill to help out on the case. And he, of course, he agrees. And I'm gonna tell y'all, Jack's that suit is fire. Listen, Jax be clean. And I like little boy. I like her assistant's outfit too. Daniel, I'm sorry. I like Daniel's. I like the wardrobe. Everybody's on here always looking nice. I really do. But Jax and Core Cash, yeah, child, they be fine. Girl, listen. Ozzy is stupid, and I'm sick of him already. I've been sick of Ozzy since he popped up on the screen. I ain't like him from Hello. I had an issue with him then. No, Monica, Rosie, or Kristen unalive Wendy. DeMarcus, what are you saying? You saying no Monica, Rosie, or Kristen unalive Wendy? What, DeMarcus? I can read, but I don't understand what you're saying. I can read, but I don't understand what you're saying, my baby. Alex unalive Wendy for Ozzy. I don't think it would be that cut and dry, DeMarcus. Episode 1 and 2, I don't think it would be that cut and dry who did it. Yes, he did call Alex and say you need to whatever. I don't think it would be that cut and dry, in my opinion. I just don't think it would be that cut and dry. Because they're showing all these scratches on Ozzy's neck and this, that, and they're doing all the things to make you think that he did it. I just want to have my banner up there already. So Lewis meets with Tony to give her closure because, Lord, listen, Tony asked for an overnight rendezvous with Lewis, but Jax ended up giving him a letter letting him know that that's gonna be it. She had to sign it. This is it. Now we're not doing all this. You're doing too much. Sign the paper. Sign it, heifer. And leave my man alone. God doggone it. So late in the evening, news of Wendy's disappearance hits the media. And the scene cuts to Ozzy screaming in the bathroom with some scratches and marks are on his body. Jax makes it home, and she finds Lewis drinking tequila. He informs that Tony she'll drop the suit if he spend the night with her. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry, I was wrong. So yeah, that's episode 1. So let's slide on over to episode 2. Episode 2 is titled A Million and One Questions. So episode 2 of Reasonable Doubt picks up with Lewis explaining to Tony that Tony wants to spend the night with him to talk about Jaden. Jax is skeptical about it but Lewis asks her to trust him. He insists they need to consider this to finally put a stop to the suit drama. I've been saying this since episode 1. When they brought it up, give her what she wants, not no damn money. See what it is she wants, give it to her, and it'll go away. I kind of figured it was going to be something like that, an overnight special, because she's a hoe. That's what she do. She wants to one-up Jax, and this is her one-up on Jax. I can get your man to come over, and you okay with it. And you going to be okay with your man spending the night with me. Not that we got to do something, but you going to be okay with your man spending the night with me. You're going to have to be okay. So, and I'm not mad at it because do what this heifer need. Just don't sleep with her. Don't give her nothing. Don't give her nothing to go off. He's responding. Jax sees her son Spencer when she see Ozzy. Child, she better stop seeing him then. As they talk, Jax receives a call from Daniel, and the video of Ozzy fighting with Wendy outside his place is coming out. The neighbor sold it to the media. I think it was TNT or something like that, TGT, whatever. Jax leaves out, but asks Lewis if he's sure Tony wants nothing sure Tony knows nothing will happen between them. So back at Ozzy's place, Jax asks him to be honest with her. Ozzy claims that he came back inside after Wendy left. She warns him that the police are already building a case against him. She tells him point blank, period, the video won't do you any justice. It will only make things worse. She advises him to start acting like he wants to find Wendy and put out a reward. You got to act like you got to act like it. Lewis, you got to act like it. Okay? Ozzy, you got to act like it. You got to act. Act like you trying to find this girl. Lewis, act like you want to help her with closure. That's why you should take your ass to that funeral. We wouldn't be here. So, at the partners meeting, Jax updates the partners on the case. Jack reaches out to Mike at the prosecutor's office. Mike doesn't tell her much and insists the case is still a missing person investigation. He hints that the police are looking for Wendy's body. Child, I'm trying to feel like I got some other pictures. I don't think that's the one, but anyway, we're gonna go with what we got. So she tells Jax that Jax tells Lewis that she trusts him and that he can decide if he will spend the night with Tony. Lewis agrees that they will decide when they will keep each other updated, that they decided to keep each other updated via text and calls throughout the night. So they got to call each other every hour on the hour and send text messages. That shit ain't gonna happen because you sitting there working on the daggum case with Isaac and he finna be over there breaking down a bed and sorting diapers and bibs, okay, in bottles. So they even Lewis visits Tony and help her clean Jay's nursery. Jax keeps calling and Tony gets defensive. Lewis turns off his phone. This nigga. Excuse me. Negro. Tony tries to make a move on Lewis, but he turns her down. I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Anyway, I'm gonna just say he should have put the pause on her. He should have swatted her like a fly. Bitch, get the fuck off of me. Because what you finna do, like, why is you trying to come? That's what's wrong with you now. That's why you in the position you in right now. I am a married man. Why are you trying to hit on me? What is it? What is it? You are attracted to married men. Girl, go find you something to do. Get married and have your own man and sleep with him and romanticize him for whatever it is you want all these other married men for. Girl, go find you something else to do. That's why you're in the position you're in now. This is all your fault. Because I'm going to blame it on you. Lewis is held accountable, but I'm going to blame you. Because why are you coming on to this man? And what if y'all did hunch? And you got pregnant again? Oh, it's going to be Lewis' fault? No, it's your fault because you shouldn't have came up on him. Shit. Is it that good, Mo? Is his ding dong that good? Shit. Let's see. Bill Sterling's a civil attorney, not a criminal attorney. Yes. Again, F Honey, because she's not going to leave them alone. She ain't. Jack's not going to put the pause on her. The kid just say that word. I'm sorry. You know my mouth. I ain't got sense. God gave a roach. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why DeMarcus calls me Geechee. Have you ever heard somebody from Charleston speak? They don't talk. They talk like these. I'm sorry. I can't do it. But I ain't Geechee, okay? I don't know why DeMarcus say that. I am not. I am from a little town in South Carolina. In the middle of South Carolina. Not at the bottom. Not near the water. I'm not near the water, okay? Not near it. 4 hours away from the water. Okay? I'm not down there. So later on, Jax gets frustrated and calls Chanel and vents about the Tony situation. Chanel's reminds her to trust Lewis. Why is Chanel back on our screen? I thought we was done with this heifer. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of this heifer. Can we please do away with Chanel? Why is she on our screen, Ike? I don't know. So, so the video of Ozzy blows up on the internet. Wendy's sister and friend holds a press conference and calls Ozzy out for showing no interest in finding Wendy. This boy still ain't showing no interest in doing nothing. He does not care. I don't care if that's her best friend. I don't care if she was married before. Go find another one. Go find another one. Find somebody else to talk to. Chanel rung us through the ringer last season. I don't want to see that heifer on our screen. And I don't want to see Tony either. They can go. Chanel, I'm just sick of her. Because she was stupid last year. She was stupid. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. Thank you, Mo. I don't want to talk about it. Back at the office, Bill tells the partner that Ozzy fired JAXXX. Why is Bill being a snitch biatch? That's snitching shit. Like, why are you telling? You talk too much. How y'all feel about Bill talking and telling? I don't know. I'm trying to find a picture. I can't find it. So, how do y'all feel about that? I want to see JAXXX and Corey cash. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see Honey, and I don't want to see Chanel. No. Okay, so she ain't talking to me. She's talking to the chat. Chat, how was Tony not explain the baby to her daughter when there's a whole nursery in the house? Chat, answer that question. Because I don't know. I think the kids that don't know are. Sorry. Yeah, I hurt my arm the other day. Yesterday. I got too much cream on that. It's seeping out. I'm clumsy. I've been telling y'all I'm clumsy. Y'all don't believe it. Here's proof I'm clumsy. It's a nasty. I should have got stitches, but I didn't. I think the kids that I don't know. I think Tony's kid has to know because her mama has a whole belly. But I think JAXXX and Lewis's kids don't know. I know they don't know. JAXXX and Lewis's kids don't know that there's a baby. I think Tony's daughter has to know because she got a whole belly and a whole room, a fully decorated room at that. But yeah, I don't like that Bill Billable Bill went and told ran his mouth. And y'all, how y'all like JAXXX braids? Them braids ain't rough to y'all. Girl, shut your face. Lock that room off. Lock. Maybe she locked the room off, Mo. You think so? I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. They had a whole baby shot. That little girl got to see something. The little girl, why her daughter can't know she's pregnant? Well, she might not know who she's pregnant by, but so he lets her know that they fired JAXXX and the partners advised him to take a breather and observe the situation. So Bill doesn't like that JAXXX is a vicious pit bull in a skirt. She handled Ozzy the way he did because he needed to. He was always coddled, he ain't been raised. He just been allowed to be an actor. He ain't been raised. He don't know procedures and protocol of how to act with the police, how to act with hot people. He don't know anything like that. So that's why he in the situation he in now. All that hollering and screaming at that girl. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Mo. All that hollering and screaming he did with her. Now he got a whole TMZ video footages, and you fired JAXXX because she's telling you what to do. You follow JAXXX's lead. She ain't leading you down the wrong path. You just don't want to do it because you don't want nobody telling you what to do. That's your problem, young man. But you need to listen to somebody. Listen. She ain't telling you wrong. See, you don't like nobody telling you nothing. You don't like your mom and daddy telling you nothing. You like what people you like yes people in your corner, but you got a murder case coming up, sir. Your girl is dead. She's missing. You was yelling and screaming in her face. It's video footages of it. They think you did it. You think this lady that you pulled up on in the first season, first episode, asking for assistance, asking for help, your family did this. You were there. Okay, let's rewind. You know what type of person she is. She is a go-getter. She's a vicious she's a go-getter. So I don't understand why. I understand why you don't want to do it, because you ain't never had to do. You don't like nobody telling you what to do. You think you grown, so you know you can talk shit to your mama early in the episode, and now you think you gonna fire Jax, but then you gonna come back like a puppy dog, and you want Jax to help you when you act like a little bitch. Okay. Anyway, and his parents slow too, cause they act like he untouchable, like can't nothing happen to him because he's Ozzy. This heifer right here, I think something up with her. What y'all think? I think something up with her. I really do. See, that's a picture of him hollering and screaming in that girl's face. You flailing your arms and stuff all around. That's a sign of something ain't right. Something ain't right. And all that hot, you don't. Anybody told you what to do. Nobody taught you nothing. That's your problem. You don't listen. So your family think you untouchable. Look how you're talking to you. You got your mouth raised again. Your mom and daddy sitting there all calm and quiet. You still got your mouth wide open. You raising your voice. You know, this here gonna break you down a peg or two. Cause you think you untouchable, but your ass ain't. So that mentality quickly goes out the window though when the police show up with a search warrant. They get to bamming on that door and they get to pointing that thing in that boy's face. And you know, he cows down real quickly. Renee, don't start that shit. No, we don't want to hear that. Love you though, but we don't want to hear it. Go Cowboys. Be quiet, DeMarcus. So reality starts dawning on Ozzy as the police and the public don't care that he's a celebrated actor. They got a search warrant for his house. Why they pull a gun out on him like that? They just so Corey calls Jackson, asks to talk. Turns out he's outside her place with Ozzy. After realizing he's in real trouble, Ozzy has to come to his senses. He begs Jack to take him back and vents about how the public has turned against him on social media. They turn against you because you acting like a DICK. They turn against you because you act like you couldn't call her. You don't have no. You act like you couldn't call her. You didn't call her. You didn't want to look for the lady. You act like you didn't want to look for her, and you didn't look. You didn't put up a reward. You didn't do anything. They told you what to do. You didn't do it. This gal in here calling you. You answer her phone calls. You ignored her phone calls. So it seemed like you seem guilty. Nitwit, dimwit. You seem like you did it, child. So he begs Jack to take him back, and he's mad at everybody, to turn against him. Jack suggests that Ozzy stay at her house for the night, and he asks Corey to stay and watch. Jack's starting to worry about if Lewis is poking Honey at this point in time because he may answer his phone. Anybody want to tell me why Jax thought it was smart for this boy, this man, to stay at her house with her daughter there? This boy is a stranger to you. I don't care he's a celebrated actor. I don't care nothing about that. He's a stranger to you. Your daughter is there. Because he asked how old your daughter is. What the hell you want to know how old my child is for? Why are you asking that question? Why you want to know? And you let this young man stay in your house. Corey Cash stay in your house. You get in your feelings. The little girl coming in the room, you dismiss your daughter. The little girl, you act like you don't know your child. You don't want to talk to her. That little girl should have slept with you. But no. You want to get in your fifis while Corey Cash sitting outside the window. DeMarcus don't start that. And you put your head on his shoulder. Anybody see a problem with this? I don't care nothing about she see that boy in her boy. I don't care nothing about that. You don't know this child. You don't know him. He doesn't show any feelings or anything about what's going on because he thinks everything because she always doing stupid stuff. They always get into it. Here she go running away, running amok. She running around the palace. She does all these things. So I understand what's going on. But, and it's a TV show, so I need to extend reality. Why is he at her house? I don't understand. You got a whole child here. Why is he at your house? What if she was a fast little girl and got loose out that house and then went right where that boy was at? Then what? And Louis gonna choke slam your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Mo, why is she leaning on this man? Lean on me. No. Why? You ain't got no business sitting down there, but ain't like y'all talking. I can see y'all was having a conversation. Y'all fell asleep. Maybe that, but he was asleep. You was conscious and awake. You said about what you think that man over there doing. He ain't doing nothing, but you think he is. You don't know, and you just want to come and you want to find confidence, solace in this big chocolate shoulder. I get it. So the next morning, Eric calls Jax and warns her that the police are looking to arrest Ozzy. As soon as Ozzy wakes up, they inform him of the pending arrest, and then the police found Wendy's body near his cabin. The bullet found at the scene belongs to a gun registered under Ozzy's name. Based on the evidence, the police believe he is their man. Jax asks to leave and negotiate his arrest, but Ozzy begs her to stay. Oh, now you want me to stay. Stay with me. Oh, you want me to stay with you after you fired me and Bill bitch ass went to snitching. Jax sends Bill to negotiate the arrest. Bill manipulates the situation, and the police agree to arrest Ozzy from Jax's house without the media getting wind of it. Back at Jax's place, Ozzy practices his facial expressions as he prepares for the arrest. I'm Ozzy. I'm Ozzy. I'm Ozzy. Why was he doing it? That shit they seem weird, y'all, when that boy was sitting there talking to himself in the mirror. Nobody found that weird. That was weird. That wasn't weird. Nobody but me. If y'all find it weird, let me know. I don't have the picture, but I do have the one where he had those scratches on his chest. I tell y'all, Ozzy gonna wear me low this season. I tell you, I don't mind the shoulder lean action. Shoulder lean. I wish Lewis had walked in with her. See, y'all don't mind the shoulder lean, but then y'all want Lewis to walk in on their ass on the chair sleep. See, on the floor sleep. Child. I don't know. I don't understand. Look, Lewis was not available to talk because you allowed him to go to Honey's house to get that paper signed and to handle business so y'all can keep y'all $1.5 million. Or Lewis should have just pulled that money out of his ass and paid that $1.5 million. How about that? Get a lady what she want and go on ahead. How about that? Now you out of $1.5 million. No. Ozzy reminds Jax of her son Spencer. This is why Ozzy stayed at Jax's home. I don't care about that. I know people that remind me of my son, but I'm not finna get him a ride in my car. I don't know you. I know people that remind me of my son, but I'm not finna get him $20 for their gas tank. I might give you $5. I might put some on it. I don't know you. No. Ozzy rehearsed for roles, so he had to practice. I guess he had to practice, child. Ozzy is crazy. He is off his rocker, Miss Renee. I really believe some ain't right. They need to get the boy some help, some therapy. Jax is loose too. Jax is loose. She ain't loose. Don't do that to Marcus. She ain't got no friendly cooch. She ain't got friendly cooch. Her cooch is unfriendly. She just did what she did because of what happened between her and Lewis. Don't do that, DeMarcus. And Lewis likes to watch her hunch other people. He is a voyeur. He's disgusting. Mo said you said lean in. Mo is nasty. 69 ways. Yeah, Bill did convince DA Chad. He did. I believe this heifer here has got something going on though. I really do. Who the hell is Alex, y'all? Who is this? Who is Alex? Somebody tell me. Who is Alex? He called Alex and said you need to confess, or I forgot exactly what he said because I didn't write the words down. But he leaves a voicemail and tell them to come to the front of the classroom. You know, DeMarcus like paper color women, child. Why? Who is Alex? Ain't nobody justifying for Jackson Lada Lewis. I don't want her leaning on Mars Chestnut shoulder. I don't want that. That's everybody. That's your people in the chat. That's not me. I said no. I'm not justifying her laying on to Lada Lewis. What she no. Baby, I don't care what happened.
Take me to court, Lewis. What address you gonna use, Lewis? What ID you gonna use, Lewis? How you gonna pay for these court fees, Lewis? If you come get Leah right now, where she gonna go, Lewis? Who house she gonna be by, Lewis? Where's her room, Lewis? Who car are you going to come pick her up in, Lewis? What car seat you gonna have to put her in, Lewis?
Lewis, pay that $1.5 million to Tony. Lewis. Anyway, DeMarcus. So back at Jack's place, I said it already. Once he is arrested, Corey congratulates Jax on getting the case. He reveals he's going back to Chicago. So, I'm trying to find a picture. All my pictures didn't load up. Damn. This is a conversation that we're having. Jax responded to that man the next day. He sent her that text last night. And now she just responded. Girl. Okay. So yeah. Stop being biased, Candy. The truth hurts. Bye, DeMarcus. After cleaning the nursery all night long, Lewis finally gives Tony the closure she needed. It turns out he also needed this time to mourn his son. He later tells Jax that he is in a better place after cleaning the nursery. Y'all. Now, he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and she had a jersey, the Jalen Hurts jersey, for the little baby. He's crying. He's showing emotion, and that's all Tony really wanted. And when he asked her, can he keep the jersey, she, has some tears, and she has a smile on her face. And I understand. I get it. I do. I understand. I do. This man didn't want this baby. Why is he so broken up? Is he broken up because of the $1.5 million? And that this heifer probably not going to go away? Or is he really broken up over this baby? Anybody want to tell me? Is Lewis really broken up over the baby that he did not want? The baby that he kept from his wife. The pregnancy that he kept from his wife. He rolled out this lady being pregnant for the longest. And I was with him riding it out because you ain't know this was your baby not. Because you thought it was your homeboy that dead, that died because his wife, they, you know, that shit with Chanel and them. We thought that was gonna be his baby, the dead man baby, but it ended up being your baby. You didn't even want the baby. Y'all did sleep together 4 times. So y'all was intentional on the things that y'all were doing. But you didn't want that baby. And it wasn't nothing for you to say because, you know, my body, my choice. But Tony, if you're gonna be this loose as a goose, now you loose. DeMarcus, Tony is loose. For her to be, why you ain't on no birth control? You busting it open, spreading it open and spreading it wide. Laying it low and spreading it wide. That's what it is. Shout out to Mama Evelyn. Laying it low and spreading it wide. Why you ain't on no birth control? Because if you gonna sleep with married men, girl, when you sleep with married men and get pregnant by married men, you have married men with wives consequences. Okay? Moving on. I don't want to argue. I'm not arguing with nobody in the comments. That's just how I feel. This is my opinion. When you have babies by married men, you get married baby daddy responses. Okay? That's all I got to say. But if y'all think he was really mourning over the baby, then okay. But I'm mourning over not really seeing nothing. He just got his hands in his pocket. That's what I'm mourning over. So Tony did sign the papers. They'll no longer have to deal with her. Yeah, right. So he also mentioned that Tony made a move on him. He turned it down. JAXXX is relieved that the lawsuit is officially behind him. But then JAXXX Pappy pulls up on them at the door. But Beyonce said, you ain't doing nothing if you ain't got to jump into your jeans. And I thought I was gonna have a picture by the time I got it out. Beyonce said, you ain't doing that if you don't jump into your jeans, baby. JAXXX had to jump into her jeans, okay? But she jumped into her jeans all up for her pappy to pull up on her at the end of the episode. She said, what the fuck you doing here, Nick? Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, and Ozzy does get out of jail. But this little boy ain't gonna learn his lesson because the police officer said, Can I get your autograph? Can I get your autograph? He got an autograph. He got to do But anyway, how y'all feel about the daddy? He fine too. He was an ex-crackhead. Said the dad was on drugs. He looks better than he did when he was on Being Mary Jane. What y'all think? And who y'all think is gonna be at the beginning of that was on the whatever happened to them at the beginning of the episode? Who do y'all think it is? With JAXXX doing all this howling and crying. Is she crying over her children? Or is it her pappy? Who is it? I don't know. Do y'all know? Well, that's the end of the episode, guys. Let's see what we got going on. No. Put me in the hey, how y'all doing? Okay. So, let's see. DeMarcus, is the light-skinned lady loose? You know, you like to paper bag test people. JAXX and Renee would fight. Yep. I believe it. Misbehaving would definitely put the fluffers on her. Tony pulled the Uno reverse in decent repose on Jackson lose. Tony is an evil genius. But she ain't getting it out of it. What's genius? You said that. I'm not gonna do this with Demarcus. Demarcus know how to get me. I'm not. I'm not. Ozzy is unstable, but his parents did that. Either it was his mama, his sister, Monica, or Nisha. Somebody did it. One of them 4 people did it, in my opinion. In my opinion. Jackson, Tony was sister wives. What the hell Demarcus, they were no. Demarcus know how to get me. I'm not following you up, Demarcus. Monique 69 Way say, remember this MF from Sisters. This is the man Bill was talking to about Ozzy arrest. Oh, Jesus. Yes, I remember him on Sisters. He was a butthole on Sisters. That's right, Mo. So, Demarcus, hold a minute. Hold on. Eddie will overdose. You think he gonna overdose? You came all the way to my house. I ain't seen you in forever to OD. Now, I don't know nothing about drug addiction. I know about food addiction. Hello? I don't know nothing about drug addiction. I know food can be addictive. I'm addicted to food, okay? Okay. You think he came over there? What? For what? Why? For what? What's the reason? What's the point? I don't know. I don't get it. I think the dad was forced by mom to hurt the GF with a girlfriend. Maybe so. I don't know. I just think it was one of them 4. I don't think Ozzy did it. I don't. Even though he showed no remorse, no feeling, or nothing like that. Yeah. And Miss Renee, you know he was the cop. He was a FBI agent in Sisters in season 8. Was it 8? Season 8. He was real ugly to Andy, and he was real ugly to everybody, basically. And Zach didn't pay him nobody was paying him no attention. I think he put his feet up on Andy's table or something, or he sat on Andy's table. He was a jerk in Sisters, season 8. When they was trying to figure out who stabbed Gary. So yeah. But that's that on that. Thank y'all for coming through. Leave y'all comments in the chat. Who y'all think took out Wendy? Who y'all think took out Wendy? Was it Ozzy or who? Who y'all think it could have been? Y'all think Ozzy could have done it? I don't want Ozzy to do it. You know why? And I thank EJ for this remembrance. I don't want Ozzy to do it because we did this in season 1 when the guy was labeled as took out his girlfriend or whatever, his side chick. I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, that was him, Miss Renee. I don't have his picture. Yeah, I don't have his picture. But let me see if I can pull this picture up. Oh, my phone dirty. Sorry. Can you see it? Yep, that's him. The little light-skinned man. Yes, so that's that on that. So tomorrow, which is Tuesday, Tamika and I are doing the last 2 episodes of Beauty in Black. Episode 7 and 8. We're doing it at 9:05 Eastern Standard Time. On Wednesday, we have Wednesday at 8:15. I'm hosting. Yay. And on Sisters at 10:30, I'm hosting. Yay. Zatima, episode 5 and 6, I'm hosting. Yay. Yeah, I'm hosting a lot this week. I am busy, busy, busy. So please come through. I do have the lives already set up, so if y'all see them, just know because I'm a panel, I have to do them. We will be there. But thank everybody for coming through. Miss Renee, Misbehaving, Demarcus Vaughn, Monique 69 Ways Johnson. Thank you, Shayna, Miss Kira, for coming through. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all for being in the chat for the conversation. I appreciate it. Who else? I can't see everybody messages. Let me see. But I do appreciate y'all for coming through. Yeah, I really do. I thank y'all. Keep the conversation going in the chat, and we will talk later. Bye bye.